Hello, everybody. It is your Uncle Fish back again for School of Fish Art Stream. J-Man wants a Gatling gun on the end of his tail. Oh my goodness. J-Man says the tail's where you put all the heavy artillery. Damn. He said he used to have a howitzer on the end of his tail. Hello. Good morning again. It is Thursday morning at 11 a.m. Standard Time, which, of course, is time for School of Fish and Art Stream. Now, usually the Thursday one is patrons only, but since I was out Tuesday because of the thunderstorm and my dog's acting a fool, I figured I'd make it up today and make this one a public. So, good morning. Sorry for throwing everybody for a loop, for the 5 people I might have thrown for a loop. But anyway, good morning. Glad to be here. I'm here to tell you, it's one thing to be the fastest working man in indie comics. It is one thing to write and pencil and color and letter your own books, send them out to the editor, get them back, make edits, all that stuff. It's a whole nother thing to run Kickstarters. It is a whole nother thing to do all the publishing aspects yourself. I have been so busy this last week or two, like placing orders and shipping packages and doing things like that. This is the tough side of doing it yourself. Man, there's so much stuff to have to do besides just making comics. If it was just making comics, that part would be easy. But you've also got to get on the social media and be all, glad to see it, and get people in so that they want to buy your books. And you got to make TikTok videos and you got to set up the shops. And man, it freaking keep you busy. I set up my TikTok shop a little while ago and had a little bit of a lull there for a second. And now all of a sudden, I spent the last couple of days just making packages and going to the office, and I got the bright idea. What's up, Katie? Good morning. Glad to see you. I got the bright idea to add some little custom sketch cards in and do little sketches on the back for the sales, just as an extra nice little thing to do. I forgot that takes time. And then when all of a sudden you got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 orders to do, all of a sudden that's a lot of stuff to do. So yeah, I was supposed to be finishing up edits on the source book the other day, and instead I was making videos and shipping packages and stuff all day. Worst problems to have, but man, I could use a couple extra fishies is all I'm saying. Man, I could really use some help getting some stuff done. So I decided today on this episode, instead of packing packages, which is what I probably should be doing right now, I am going to work on some pages for the next issue of KAAW, just so I can be sure to get this done and get them in there. Because, man, if I don't hurry up and do something, I'm going to run out of time. So we are grinding away on these pages of KAAW. I set up this page this morning, like 30 minutes before the show, while I was in here making sure everything was running, and laid out the panels, roughed in the dialogue so I can see like where I need to leave room and everything. Trying to lead the eye around the page a bit. Trying to have some cool dynamic panel shapes and layouts and stuff. We'll see how it comes out in the end, but hopefully it all works out. We're in a dramatic scene in book 2 here where KAAW finally gets his mask back that he's been without the first issue and a half, which is kind of weird, but that's how I started the book, you know. And I always I can't help but think things through the way, like, play each one of these characters, the pirates and KAAW, play them the way I would really be like if I was them in this situation. And if I was them in this situation and I just captured one of the most notorious warriors in the world, I would want to take that mask as a trophy. So he took the mask. Uh, I've been trying to figure out how to code my own ID provider, and it's been intense, but I think I got it. Good deal, man. I'm gonna pretend to know what you're talking about. Uh, I tell you what, man. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm fixing to have to figure out some kind of organization to this so that like I only pack packages like night after my wife gets home or something. Because if I stop and do it during the day, I'm derailing my production. I gotta figure out how to figure out a system that makes all this work at the same time. You know, that page still getting done, edits are made, orders are still getting sent out to the printer. Like it was late last night. I knew I needed to order new Gemini mailers for a couple of days. It was late last night that I finally got the order made. And I said I was good at making comics. I didn't say I was organized. I never lied to you about that. Oh man, glad you're here, Phil. It's good to see you this morning, Katie, of course. Kyron's probably busy chastising the help right now, as he's wont to do. All right. So, got this scene where the captain of the ship is beaten and broken and catching on fire because y'all haven't seen, but on the page before, the ship they're on is burning into the atmosphere on a uninhabited, lost planet that no one's ever heard of, and KAAW has beaten and destroyed him looking for something that he can't find, and the captain's not giving it to him, and the captain's like, we're all going to burn in here together, so it doesn't matter what you do to me. And KAAW's making his statement here that not the day that the mighty KAAW falls. Today is the day you burn alone. Oh, the dog would not shut up because somebody came by the door. Now I'm trying to decide. I'm chilling as it's been a long few weeks for me. I had a house sitting for 10 days, then a visitor, so I'm feeling introverted today. Don't blame me. Take some time to be to yourself for a minute. Hang with some distant friends online. That's the way to do it. You can still talk. You can still spend time with people, but not have to be all people-y around them. I get it. So my real question now is, I know the last panel is good. I know the last panel is going to be a vicious panel of the captain like burning up, screaming, "No, get back here! You can't! You have to die with me!" As KAAW gets away. The question is, in this panel in between, do I just show KAAW like running out the door, or do I have like a triumphant picture of KAAW with his mask on? It's the first time he's got his mask on in the whole thing. And he's still in his whole prison getup, which really limits his ability to move and whatnot. So maybe if I have him looking down, like we're looking down at the broken captain on the ground, maybe that would be cool. Let's see what that looks like. And we can give a hint of the doorway over here in the corner to show that he's fixing to go out that door. Oh, God. Yeah. That could work. Big thick brow. Show him looking down. Big sinister smile on his face. Oh yeah, I love that look. KAAW smiling is one of my favorite things to draw because he's just so freaking sinister looking. Like there's no way around it with his giant jaw and his giant brows and oh, I love that look. What is up, Sarah? Good to see you. Sarah's wondering what day it is. Wow, something must be wrong. Sarah got rich. Started earning that $3 a month money. Exclamation mark. There we go. Yeah, I decided since I couldn't do Tuesday because of my dogs, I'd do today public. And I figured since most of my Patreon subscribers are here anyway, I didn't figure they'd mind too terribly much. But if you do, just chastise me and I'll try and fix it someday. It's been like that, hadn't it? Some fires spitting up in the hallway here too, so the hallway can be kind of bright from that fire. Sarah deserves to watch after this month. Amen. I love my boys, but I can't wait until they're back in school. Woo! I feel that. I feel that. I'm kind of the opposite. Like my last two kids now are teenagers, and they're in like their senior and junior year, maybe. And now I'm like, it feels like summer just started, and now they're fixing to turn around and go back to school, and I'm like, man. On one hand, I'm kind of miss them, and on the other hand, I'm kind of like, get enough work out of them this summer. I really had a bunch of stuff I wanted them to get done while they were off of school. We didn't get any of that done. Somebody's been too busy making funny books, making sales on the TikTok shops. Okay, now we get to draw a really gory picture of the captain screaming and being burned away. So let's design an alien skull. And the first things I need to do is I need to look at some skulls. Get some good reference images going on up in here. Come on, Google search. Show me what you're working with. Boy, the internet's really dragging around. Come on, Google. What are you doing? You're killing me, Smalls. Kill. All right, images. We're waiting. We're waiting. We're waiting. Because while these guys aren't exactly birds, they kind of look bird-like. And so wanted to, like, I originally wanted to be evolved from insects, but they ended up looking much more like birds when it was all said and done. So I'm trying to honor what other people saw in them. But also, like, I've shown that their bottom teeth move around independently, so I'm gonna give them a split jaw like a snake would have. Okay, he's still got both of his bottom teeth, but I can move it around independently from each other. Oh man, yeah, Sketchfab is so freaking useful. That's why I made a video that day, like right after we got done talking about it, because like it is so freaking useful, and the fact that you can set up, you set up a little page on there, a little account, and you can like things and go back and find those things that you liked again. That is so freaking useful. That has been such a huge help to me. Just being able to do that. Because, like, a really cool gun. Or something, use as a reference, or a really cool building. It's nice to be able to find that again, to be able to look at it next time. Oh yeah, it is so freaking cool, man. And like they've literally got everything on there. Like, I mean, anything you could want to find is in there. From burned out husks of buildings in Chernobyl that have fallen into ruin, or like there's a lot of like ruined buildings from like Czechoslovakia and stuff in there that people have scanned with like just photos of drones and stuff, and then made really cool 3D models off of that. And sometimes they've got weird gaps and stuff in them, but like, man, sometimes it's enough reference for what you need. You wouldn't want to use it for, say, you wouldn't want to use it necessarily in a video game or something, but as a model to look at, it's amazing because, like, for real video or a game, there's too many gaps in it. Well, that's kind of horrific, isn't it? I was taking a friend around whiskey distilleries this week, which was quite useful as I've been able to get great refs for barrels and textures on copper. Absolutely. Oh man, I imagine that was great. All right, this one I'm gonna have all the flesh burned away, and have this one just be an open socket with some ooze bubbling out of it. Show some of his little air tendril things getting burned up. Let me see. Man, this flip. Okay, that didn't work at all. All right, hopefully that doesn't cause a loop for y'all. Hopefully it won't, since I'm not talking to anybody else. We'll just have to see. Man, I've been realizing I ain't been nearly as talkative lately. I've been too busy trying to catch up on things, and focus isn't as tight as it was. Well, don't really have the the luxury of splitting focus too far right now. Because like I figured I would be done with this book by now, and I still got edits on the source book to finish up. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like it's I can do lots of talking, or I can do lots of working. It's hard to do both for sure. What do y'all think? Is that glad you're not too, Katie. It makes me quite happy. What do y'all think? Is it too much? Is it too gory? I mean, it is KAAW the Cro-Magnon. I mean, it's a brutal book, but I don't know. Like, would I do it if he wasn't an alien? I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't. I can think of a lot of situations where I probably wouldn't have been as graphic with the violence. But yeah, I got one eyeball about to burst, got the other one already burned out and dribbling, and got one of his teeth broke off in the fight earlier, got the other one snapped, the flesh burning away from his jaws. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And it shows how hot it's getting inside this ship, which is the real thing that I want to show off, is that this is the heat that KAAW's running through right now. So good deal on that. I was like, I just got a notification. I'm curious what it is. Alexa, Volume 3. Alexa, what's my notification? Alexa, stop. Okay, good. Got my lotions and my creams and my beard butters and whatnot in. Got to stay beautiful for my audience, you know. Can't be all musty, dusty, dry looking on the TVs. Okay, we are going to see. We are going to exportez-vous as a JPEG because we got to send it off to the editor so the editor can tell me all the things I did wrong. Psst. I almost feel like I'm not getting the truth sometimes out of editors when I send something to them. And they're like, oh, yeah, that's great. Just like a crossbar eye here or there. And I'm like, really? Oh, cool. Good deal. Have you been able to hear my dogs barking? I'm curious about that. Wow. Because he was barking up a storm there for a while. Probably when Amazon came. So now we're going to come back over here to the script. And we're going to look at it. Now I got one page. Get him off of this burning ship and into the atmosphere of the planet. Good deal. Because I had Chris on the other day, and well, not the other day. It was a week or two ago, and everybody was hearing my dogs bark, and that bugged me. I didn't understand why it was doing it then, and it doesn't usually. I keep meaning to go back and watch some of the streams and some of the 5-star Fridays and stuff to see, because I catch myself clapping a lot in 5-star Fridays, and I keep meaning to go back and watch it to see if you can hear the clap or not, but then I forget because I've got so much going on, and I go back to work right after the show, and then I forget all about it. Okay, man. Something on this computer is set to automatically just randomly start deleting a whole bunch of my OneDrive files, and it's driving me up the wall, which sends them to the recycling bin, and then I have to go into the recycling bin and restore them. I don't know why it's deleting it or where it's deleting them from. I think it's deleting them from this computer. I don't know why. I've got plenty of room in there. It's driving me up the wall. Anyhow, I got work to do. All right. So I need him running out of the ship, running through the ship. Originally, I wanted to have him running through a fiery ship, getting to an open door, looking at it, and deciding to jump out, all this stuff. But now I've got to basically condense it down to one page. So I don't have as much freedom as 11. So the next page is a reveal, turns the page. I would really like that to be the full page spread of him in all of his glory. So Let's try that for a second. Let's roughly sketch out what I'm thinking and see how that works. Lexus and Lexus had KAAW for a bit. Or okay, so we show an alien planet, show the ship coming in, show a show the ship burning up in the atmosphere, pieces of it breaking off. Mighty Call in the doorway, yada yada. Sounded like she was being, woof, y'all being vicious to the poor thing. Well, to me, it sounded like she had a pillow over her head and somebody was attacking her with a cucumber. Well, from my end, it sounded like she was buried under 10 feet of wet cement. No! Pretty sure it sounded like she was in a burlap sack being drowned in a creek. I think. Okay. You know what? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna kill two birds with one stone. Which I hear people complain all the time about how, like, new clients are asking them to draw 30 different things in one panel. Like you were sitting in the chair drinking your whiskey, and then you put the glass down, and then you stood up, and then you walked across the room, and then you opened the door, and then you pulled out a new bottle of whiskey, and then you shut the door, and then you went back to sit down, and then you poured yourself another glass of whiskey. Panel two, and like, yeah, you can't do all that, but there's a whole lot of times I find myself fitting way more into a panel than people thought. And like sometimes it makes for like much more interesting panels when you can combine a few actions together, or especially emotional stuff. Like I think I can get here him jumping out of the ship, one arm still tied behind his back. and the ship burning up in the atmosphere and stuff as it enters. That may work. And then I could have this one focused on him barreling into the atmosphere at like, terminal velocity. Sometimes I really wish I hadn't put him in this gigantic thing. But when I first sketched out this idea, when I first jotted it down, it was only supposed to be like half of the first issue. And then it ended up becoming the better part of the first two issues of him being in this gear. But it was really just designed story wise, it was designed to give a cool reveal when he broke free. And showed his wings and stuff for the first time. Which was supposed, like I said, was supposed to be at the end of the first issue, but lo and behold, it didn't work out that. Can y'all not hear him barking now? Just out of curiosity. Awesome. Because he is just. He does not handle being alone well. But I realized recently that, like, his whole life, there's basically been somebody here with him just about the entire time. And so, like, right now that my daughter's at work and my son's gone to Nana and Poppy's house and my wife is at work and I'm in here working, he thinks he's alone in the house and he is just barking incessantly. And I would bring him in here, but he's still too much of a puppy. And if you're not watching him, he's going to chew on anything cardboard he can find because there's so many Amazon packages around. And the wife thinks that's funny, when he eats on Amazon packages and stuff, which, maybe is funny for Amazon packages, but I've got all kinds of comic books and stuff in cardboard boxes and cardboard boxes full of things that I don't want to get tore up in here. I am using a program that my friend told me about, Crisp, a very smart lady, by the way. Really a pillar of the community, if you ask me. Like, she's the type of person that everybody looks to for advice. Everybody wants to be or be like, you know. Like, she's one of those people everybody looks up to. And she told me about this program, Crisp, that uses AI to cut out all kinds of dog barking noises and things like that. And it's worked really well. Apparently, is working better than I realized. But yeah, good friend. Oh, amazing lady. Like, just, you should meet her. She's the tops. I don't know why I put a curve to this. I don't even know that it makes sense unless it's just gravity having an effect on it as this stuff is crashing in, but it just seems cooler that way. So in this case, we're going with the rule of cool. Yeah, she is pretty cool. Name escapes me for some. It's like Cooley McCoolerson or something. I can't. I'm so bad with names. Let's see. I'm pretty sure it was without an H. Gray. Gray. What was it? Lavender. Lavender. No, that's not right. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. Neither of my dogs are used to being alone. It's a bit of a problem. That's the trouble with lockdown puppies. Oh yeah, absolutely. Maybe it was purple. Maybe that's what I'm. Maybe it was. Maybe I'm thinking backwards. Maybe her name was Harass. Maybe that was it. Harass Purple. That was her name. That was her name. Harass Purple. Yeah, absolutely. Like that's why I couldn't do the show the other day because I knew Ladybug would be freaking out the whole time and trying to climb in my lap and panting audibly and if nothing, oh my god, she gets out, she can get out of the fence, she can climb the fence, she can jump the fence, she can unlock the fence. Oh, bless her heart, she's such a nuisance. I love her, but she's so smart, she's so stupid at the same time. Um, but anyway, she gets out and gets into roadkill, and oh, she's got the worst breath, and her sitting there panting under my desk, leaving a puddle of drool, and I couldn't. I wouldn't be able to take it. I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't be able to focus to do the show. I love her, but God bless her, she stinks like death incarnate. Change her little name to Oppenheimer, because she has become dead. At least the smell and aroma thereof. Yeah, I love her, but oh my gosh, she stinks. Oh, bless her heart, she stinks. It's hilarious and crazy he's on a show. This is like dog food, but just joink right up out of nowhere. Yeah, it is a huge dog foot. It's one of those. Pay attention to me. I'm over here. Trying to draw these massive hands, doing anything, any semblance of normal, is so weird. Yeah, I'm not surprised. He's steadily going at it. Trying to show that the button he has clicked here is releasing all the armor off of him, so that when we get to the next page, that boy just don't know when to quit. I don't know what I'm gonna end up having to do with him. Chunk him in the Thames. Drawing those crazy exaggerated proportions can get really tough sometimes. Trying to figure out how to make it work and still be what it's supposed to be. I don't like that. Oh. All right, hold on a second. He's driving me up the freaking. Bogo. No, not you, Bogo. Bogo, come here. Come on. Get in here and hush. If you're gonna be in here, you might as well say hello to everybody. So hold on a second. Let me put Bogo on the screen. Okay, Bogo, can you say hello to everybody? Hey, can you say hello? Can you say hello, Sarah? Hello, Katie. Katie's got a little dog like you, not a wiener. Couple wieners. Ours got a little one. Yeah. Poor doggy was just dying out there. Didn't have nobody that loves him. Poor little wiener. Wiener will shrivel up and die without enough loving, won't he? Yeah. Wieners need attention 24/7 or they'll shrivel and die. Didn't you know that? No, that's how wieners work. So, no, didn't get my PhD in wiener studies. Like I said, I lied on my application. Said I was a professional wienerologist and I was just an amateur. Yeah, I'm just a part-time amateur wienerologist. Just play with wieners for fun, not professionally. No, it's my great shame. I lied on my application. Yeah. Poor boy. He nearly died. Nothing but wiener and bones. Oops, I didn't mean to bring that up. Silly fish. Bringing down a guideline. Need no more. He is cute. He thinks you're cute. Oh, poor desperate wiener. Him's just sitting here sucking up all the love, and him's too scared to stick his face up because he's poor abandoned wiener. Oh, him's a rescue. Somebody left him abandoned in the living room. And nearly starved to death. If I hadn't rescued him, it was touch and go for a second. Didn't make it. Oh, him such a melodramatic dog. Oh, mercy. He survived so long. Nearly starved to death with nothing but a giant food bowl full of food and a giant watering tank and just a couple of scraps of pancakes this morning, dog treats and lovings and oh, how he made it in such terrible condition. Not used to drawing with my wiener in my hands. Used to having both hands on the wheel, if you know what I mean here. Kind of messing up flow, yo. Before anybody fusses at me for all the wiener jokes, that was part of getting this dog. It's part of the agreement when we got him. So I got to make all the wiener jokes I want. So y'all just have to suffer along. Because that's part of why I love him. Oh my god, and all the awkward, weird wiener jokes my kids make. Oh, it's so funny. That's pretty cool. I'm not Oh, Oh man, I'm sitting here drawing and y'all can't even see it. I'm sorry. Got so busy showing off my wiener, I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. I'm sitting here drawing, and y'all just staring at my goofy face. Yeah, when we first got him, I had to adjust the camera just because you need to be able to. It's no good if you can't see my wiener on camera. When we first got him, I was cracking all kinds of jokes with my wife and stuff, and we were going to bed one night, and I started laughing about all the jokes I'd made, and I was like, "Oh my god, I need to make a storybook about like my grandpa has a big black wiener or something like that." And we were laughing about it. Then I got up the next day and I wrote a storybook, and I thought it was so funny, and I was going to work on it and probably put it on Kickstarter as like an adults only kind of goofy storybook. And then next thing you know, he goes from being my wiener to being my wife's wiener, didn't he? Yeah, he picked his favorite really quick. And partially I blame it because he comes from a litter from her mom. So she was with him all the time with the puppies. And then he came over here and he was my dog for about 5 seconds. And then he became my wife's wiener real quick. And so now all the jokes about my wife's wiener are even funnier. And so now I'm thinking about doing a storybook about, my wife has a big black wiener. And just like the thought of all the funny things you could do with that, and be like, I didn't realize my wife had a wiener when I first met her. And I was a little bit nervous. I've always played with pussycats before, and I quite enjoyed that. I've never really been much of a wiener man, but she was awful sweet, and she was awful kind and awful pretty, so I decided I'd give it a try. Turns out I'm quite the wiener lover. I just think that would be really funny. I think that'd be fun, folks. Yeah. And my wife isn't absolutely against the idea, which is a pretty big deal. She was all for me doing a book about me loving big black wieners, but uh, it took a little bit more convincing with it being about her. So, what do y'all think? I'm not sure if this is the right layout or not. Hey, something just, I don't know. Like, I want something that's powerful. Like, huh? Here he is. And maybe, yeah, I don't need a wiener in my mouth. Thank you very much. It's not that kind of show. Maybe if we switched it to a swooping up as all the fiery wreckage is coming down around him. I heard that. Don't think you little tiny behind subtle. I heard that too, boy. Did it again with the God. Maybe. And I did it again. Stupid. can't get that close to the edge of the page without pulling a guideline down. Like, I want to show the destruction and stuff that's happening all around him and the chaos raining down from the ship. Oh, hush. Sorry about the blurriness. And it's not the darkest. There we go. That might help a little bit. But I'm thinking, like, if I maybe have him swooping back up in the air as fire and death is raining down from the sky, and then maybe write something poetic about, you know, this lost new world, you know, this lost secret world on the outskirts of the galaxy may only think death and destruction is raining down from above, but it has yet to see what happens when the mighty KAAW lands, or something like that. You know, something to show that he's going to bring a whole lot more pain than this interstellar ship raining down wreckage all over the planet is going to do. And then that wreckage is going to lead to, like, part of his ongoing story is trying to track down the stuff they took from him and get it back, as it's been scattered all around the planet, and which gives him an excuse to travel the world and face all kinds of different monsters and kings and villains and whatnots and all that. So where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go? You ain't got nowhere to go. Ugh. Oh my mercy. Oh my mercy. Just ain't no account if a wiener ain't getting all the attention. I don't want a wiener in my mouth. No. That's not what I want. All right. Well, since I seem to have both hands full of wiener at the moment, I'm going to probably get off of here and deal with this poor, traumatized boy's delicate emotions for a minute and then get back to work. But thank y'all for hanging out with me this morning. And I managed to get 3 pages done today, which is pretty good considering. Now I need to get back to packing TikTok shop packages and get them to the post office. I have a feeling somebody's going to want to go to the post office with me. I don't know why, just my fishy intuition there. I think I'm going to have a guest on the trip. But thank y'all for hanging out. It was fun. And hopefully, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise and it don't storm again. I will see y'all again on Tuesday. So anyway, till then, peace out. Love you. Tonight I'm going to be on the Thursday Night Throwdown. So you can find a link to that on my Facebook page. I'll be on that tonight with a bunch of guys continuing to work on cool stuff. So hopefully I'll see some of y'all there tonight. Anyway, peace out.
Hello, everybody. It is your Uncle Fish back again for School Fish Art Stream. J-Man wants a Gatling gun on the end of his tail. Oh my goodness. J-Man says the tail's where you put all the heavy artillery. Yeah. He said he used to have a howitzer on the end of his tail.